welcome to Saurav's classes. My name is Ashmita and in today's class we are going to discuss an important question which is basically asked in interviews. What is that question? The question is, what are your greatest weaknesses? Let's get to know what to answer for this question. Obviously, choose a weakness that will not prevent you from succeeding in the role that you are applying for. Like when an interviewer asks that what is your greatest weakness, they basically try to find out whether you have a healthy level of self-awareness, whether you can be open and honest, particularly about your shortcomings, whether you pursue self-improvement and growth opportunities to combat these issues as opposed to letting these weaknesses hold you back. So whatever be the aim of the interviewers to ask you this question, ultimately you will want this question to demonstrate how you have used your weakness as a motivation to learn a new skill or grow professionally. So everyone has weaknesses. Your interviewer doesn't expect you to be perfect. So say it accordingly. Like if you're applying for a copywriting position with little necessity for mathematical skills, you might admit you can say like this, that I struggle with numbers and don't have much experience with data analytics. While maths is not directly tied to my role as a writer, I believe that it's important to have a rudimentary understanding of Google Analytics to ensure my work is performing well. To tackle this weakness, I have been taking online courses in data analytics. What else can you choose to answer for this question? Like, you see, you try to be honest and choose a real weakness, all right? You have heard the answer perfectionism, right? It won't cut it when talking about your biggest weakness because it's not a real weakness. You can provide an example of how you have worked to improve your weakness or learn a new skill to combat this issue. Try to think about your weaknesses in your own personal life. Think of where you would like to be and what support you would need to get there. Accordingly, you frame your weakness. Don't be arrogant if asked about your weakness, and don't underestimate yourself also. Now, what is your greatest weakness? Now, there are several different ways to answer this question that when you are asked for your weaknesses, you should be presenting your greatest weakness. How? Let me tell you certain tips that you can follow. The first tip would be very important. Do follow this, that you can mention skills that aren't critical for the job. Like try to discuss the skills that you have improved on, or turn a negative into a positive. Try to discuss the non-essential skills. One approach to answering this question is to analyze the key skills and strengths which are required for the position that you are interviewing for, and then come up with an honest shortcoming that is not essential for success in that job. Like for example, once again I would like to give you an example for this. Like if you are applying for a nursing job supposedly, you might share that you are not particularly adept at conducting group presentations, alright, because it's not necessary in a nursing job. In this case, it would be critical to underscore your strength in one-on-one communication with the patients while providing an example of your difficulty with presentations to large groups. Likewise, supposedly if you're applying for a position as a writer, you could focus on a skill that isn't required for the job. Like you can say, I'm not good in mathematics. I have already illustrated this example some minutes before. So you can tell about the skills that are not required in the job as the skills that are your weaknesses, all right? What else can you say? You can mention the skills that you have worked upon or you have improved. You can discuss about the skills that you have developed in your previous job, or you're actively working on to improve that particular skill. This shows the interviewer that you are committed to self-improvement. A pro tip to you all would be to begin your answer by talking about where you started and the steps that you took to improve, and then also highlight your outcome. Another thing that you can do while answering this question is turn a negative into a positive. Let me tell you another example of how to answer your weakness. Like, for example, you can see that when I'm working on a project, I don't just want to meet deadlines, rather, I prefer to complete the project well ahead of its due date. So, basically, what you're trying to say is that while this means I never miss a deadline, it also means that sometimes I find myself rushed when I'm working. I have since learned to slow down, to be more patient, and also give each project the careful attention it deserves. So you see, that is how you can answer these kind of questions. So if you want to prepare more for these kinds of questions, interview based, then you can join our classes, you can follow our lectures, you can enroll yourselves to get the live classes, recorded lectures, portal access, which would be available to all the enrolled candidates 24/7. You can view those lectures as many times as you want, whenever you want. And let me tell you, we teach for all kinds of competitive examinations and all kinds of entrance examinations. So if you are by chance preparing for any kind of entrance examinations, we are there to help you out with study materials, solutions to previous year's question papers, solutions to unsolved papers, and sample papers also. So what are you waiting for? Do check the description box below this video, and you will get the contact details of our classes as well as the website link through which you can also enroll, or you can just call us. You can just give us a call and ask whatever queries you have in your mind regarding any kind of competitive examinations. We would provide you with all the solutions. Here we also provide you with mock test facilities, worksheets after every session, so and also crash course facilities are there also. So doubt clearing classes, all those stuff are there. So if you want to join, you can just give us a call or enroll through the website, that link that is provided. All right, that is www.souravsysclasses.com. So that's it for today's class. We're going to meet once again in our next classes.